Oh, I have a
Yay, we're live! Yay.
We made it.
Huzzah. It is Friday.
I know.
It's Friday. I actually don't have classes on Friday, so, like, I probably shouldn't be complaining about, like, oh my god, it's finally Friday, but, like,
At
the same time, it's my first, like, it's a breath of relief that it's Friday and not Thursday, because I have 2 classes on Thursday. And what? What?
I'll talk to you after.
Okay. But yeah, no, it's a huge relief. It's
Hi, person.
Fridays are always my favorite day of the week. They've always been my favorite day of the week, because typically speaking, it was like the long build up to like relief. Did I just say release? No. No, relief. I don't know. Succotash? 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 Succotash?
We need more people because I have stuff I want to show you. It's important. It's life-changing.
Is it?
Yes, it
Is it now?
It is. Probably not, but
Why don't you share it anyway?
because
Go for it.
I don't want to share it like all the time.
What?
I don't want to share it all the time.
Well, now go for it.
Okay, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Are you ready? Okay. I went to a candy store, right? And they had all sorts of stuff. They had gummy sushi. I don't want to spill it. And I ate one already, but so I can't have most sushi because it makes me sick, which sucks because I love sushi. So they had gummy stuff and I was super excited. So,
You know, I think it'd be really
3.
well, yeah. I think it'd be really, really interesting if it was actually just the marshmallow that had the gelatin.
You could
Because
actually eat the rest.
I could actually eat the rest and just skip the I can't eat gelatin because vegetarian gelatin is an animal product.
Look at this piece of sushi. It's partially marshmallow. Gum.
Looks like you're eating real sushi.
I don't know what kind of sushi you've seen.
It wasn't good. Like I had to okay, so it was at a Chinese buffet, and like I just like you bite into it and you're just like tearing it, and it's just it wasn't appealing. I've heard people like, oh, sushi, it melts in your mouth. It's like, and I'm like, what?
When has sushi ever melted in anyone's mouth?
I don't know.
I've never had melting in your mouth sushi.
Apparently, the good sushi melts in your mouth. Apparently. And if it doesn't melt in your mouth, I found and got gummies that was of fast food. Nice.
Those are so cool.
What fast food? But yeah, no. So, what does good sushi taste like in your opinion? Because I didn't like the sushi I had. And I'll never know if I like good sushi because I'm a vegetarian, which I'm not complaining about.
You have tempura sushi without the fish.
I do. Okay, so we go to this. There's this place where we live. It's a Vietnamese and Japanese restaurant, and they have sushi where it's rice, and instead of fish, it's tempura asparagus, which I think is really, really tasty. Ooh, what's that one?
I don't know.
Interesting. But yeah, and so the tempura asparagus is in the middle of the sticky rice, and I don't like seaweed.
Look it. It's sour.
It is sour. Oh, I have candy right here. I can eat candy too. All right. But yeah, I don't like seaweed. So instead of seaweed, I get it wrapped in soy paper, which I've never heard of. But it's like this pink paper that's like almost flavorless. And it's really nice and light and refreshing. And I absolutely drench it in soy sauce.
Did you tell them about the tempura asparagus?
Did I not just tell them about the tempura
I don't know, I
asparagus?
spaced out.
I'm pretty sure I just told them about the tempura asparagus. Yeah, tempura asparagus wrapped in sticky rice.
I did not like that.
You did not like that, huh?
I did not like that. I'm pretty sure it was great, which explains it.
Oh, yeah, that makes sense. Yeah. Since she's eating sushi, gummy sushi, I'm going to eat these extreme sour sweet tarts because they are one of my favorite candies, which are unfortunately not vegan. They're only vegetarian, but I'm currently vegetarian, so it works for me. We also have warheads.
We do. We also have that stuff that we bought.
We are not. No, we are not.
Oh, we
are,
have.
No,
we have
no,
Bean Boozled.
no, we don't. No, we don't.
What better time to do a Bean Boozled than a live stream? We can let them pick out what colors. You guys, it's a great idea.
All right, how about this? If there is support for this idea in the chat, we will do it.
Support me
Do
in
not.
getting us to do Bean Boozled.
No.
You have seen nothing until you've seen Maddie's Bean Boozled face.
We're going to have to make sure we have water if we do it. Because, oh my god.
Soda.
I've actually never done Bean Boozled. But I have done Birdie Bop's Every Flavor Bean. I was a huge fan of Harry Potter before J.K. Rowling decided she was going to be transphobic and awful. But we went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, and we had Bean Boozled, and it was an experience. It's no.
Yes.
No.
Yes. See. That is encouragement. I say we do it. Let me put my sushi.
Can you get us? Can you
Okay.
get us water in the trash bag?
Do you want water or do you want soda? I figure water will just like make it move around more in your mouth.
Fine, I'll take your ginger ale.
I don't remember where ginger ale is.
It's right there.
Oh, I see it.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, I found your sweater.
Oh yeah. All right. So, for those of you who aren't familiar with the Bean Boozled challenge, I feel like it's pretty common knowledge at this point. But we have this bag of jelly beans, and every color of jelly bean can either be a good thing or a bad thing. So we have the one color that could be toasted marshmallow, or it could be stink bug. Another could be birthday cake or dirty dishwater. Another could be buttered popcorn or rotten egg. Then berry blue and toothpaste, peach and barf, chocolate pudding and canned dog food, juicy pear and booger, coconut and spoiled milk. I'm going to hate that one either way. I don't like coconut.
So, they used to have like grass clippings or pear, and it was kind of a win-win because neither of them tasted horrible. But then they switched that because they heard people weren't complaining about it.
Tutti Frutti and Stinky Socks, and then strawberry banana smoothie and dead fish. Isn't all fish dead though? Like, let's be honest.
Maddie, there are live fish.
No, I mean like
They exist.
I mean like fish that you eat. Yeah.
Okay, we have support. What color would you like us to go for first?
So we've got white and
I'm gonna
brown.
put it in the chat.
Okay. So we've got white and brown. White with sprinkles, like rainbow sprinkles. Yellow. Blue. Like bright orange. Brown. green, white, like red, white, and blue.
Keyboard is so small.
I'm sorry.
So
And then like a lighter orange. All right, so we have orange, which is either going to be barf or peach.
we have orange and we have brown. You do orange, I'll do brown. Oh, that's terrible. We both do them.
Yeah.
Okay. We'll keep a tally.
I'm scared. I am so scared. I am so averse to bad flavors.
Oh, I'm excited. Your ginger ale is right there, by the way.
Okay, did you get a drink for yourself?
I have almost flat Dr. Pepper.
All right, did you get the trash bag for spitting?
No, I did not.
Oh my god!
Don't smell it.
I quit. I can't go through with this.
You already.
Oh no!
Oh, that has holes.
They smell like what they are.
No, we're gonna go with this one.
I have a bad feeling about this.
I have a perfect feeling. I'm probably gonna get all the nasty ones.
I hope you get all the bad ones.
Hi.
Okay, here we go. Orange was requested for. Do you want bright orange or light orange? So do you want the one that could be barf or peach, or do you want dead fish and strawberry banana smoothie? Can we get a plate so we can like actually look at them instead of?
Yes. I think we have bowls.
I feel like if it's a plate, we can see it all spread out.
Yeah, but they might fall.
Huh. So I think one of the reasons why I'm so freaking nervous about this is because literally one of the worst tastes I have ever tasted in my whole entire existence of tasting is this one. I was at school and this one guy walked up to me and he's like, "Hey Maddie, you want to try a jelly bean?" And I knew that it was a prank. Like, I know this person. Like, he's trying to prank me. I get that. I know it. And so I'm like, no, I don't want it. He's like, come on, try it. Try it. Come on, try it. And so I eventually gave in. And it's like a reddish color, like a dark reddish color. And so I was of the impression that it was going to be spicy and that he was going to laugh at me because it was spicy as hell. It was a centipede flavored jelly bean. And it literally is the worst thing I've ever tasted in my life. Like, literally, like, I don't know how to describe the flavor of centipede, but I would say if you took green beans, covered them in earwax, and then burned it, that's about what you were working with then. And it was just so bad.
Abysmal. Okay, so light orange or dark orange?
Blood flavored? Oh my. I can't quite tell the difference. Okay, so that one's...
Okay, so these are like dark, and the ones that have more like a creamy texture are light.
Okay. What are these red ones?
Those are, let's see. I think those are the strawberry banana. Right. Okay. So we have, like, I'm going to sort them by color while we're rating.
Nice.
Tutti fruity-ish.
But yeah, we're trying to figure out which orange we should do first, since there are two different orange ones.
What is the white? The white is coconut or spoiled milk. That's going to be delicious.
I hate milk and I hate coconut.
I like coconut.
It's just a
Spoiled almond milk, then. We can just pretend.
light orange. Okay.
Light orange. I will stop. These are light orange, right?
Are they? Okay.
That's what I thought. Okay, so light orange is...
Is that dead? I think it's either dead fish or strawberry banana smoothie.
Yep.
So here we go.
Here we go.
Oh, you just went for it.
I can't tell. I think it's dead fish.
Mm-hmm. Ah. Oh. Oh.
It was still sweet, so I'm like, was it strawberry banana?
Right? It's so weird.
Naturally and artificially flavored. Somebody just put sprinkles of dead fish in there.
Oh god, I hope not.
Okay.
No, that was bizarre because like it was sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I do not. It's still in my teeth.
Mm-hmm. Wait. I think those are toasted marshmallow. This is like tutti frutti. I think.
I hated that.
Okay, so the next one is brown. Here you go. Which brown is either canned dog food or chocolate pudding. They got rid of skunk, which was disgusting. Miss Bun, what are you doing?
It sounds like she's in her food eating.
Oh, okay. I'm good. Okay, brown.
I got chocolate pudding.
I did not.
So describe the flavor to us.
It wasn't that bad until it lingers. Okay, so like it tasted strongly of just gross, and then when I spit it out, it tasted like that smell of dog food, which was very like gross. Okay. What colors
The
do you
blues
think
are
next?
so pretty.
Look at this. It's very pretty. Very. I feel like we're gonna hate those the most.
I feel like that's the one I'm gonna like the most. What are the options for blue?
Blue is toothpaste or berry blue. True.
Yeah, I'm blue. We've been told to do blue.
Cool.
This is the one I'm not afraid of because, like, worst case scenario, it's mint.
Somebody had sympathy.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, ready?
They wanted to make sure your breath didn't smell like all the other things. All right, here we go. King.
I got berry.
I got toothpaste. That's fucking delicious. So much for not swearing on my channel. Whoops.
You tried.
I tried. Attempts were made.
You gave it the old college try. Hold on. I think these two go over here. I think. Yeah.
I honestly hope you get a toothpaste because, like, that was nice.
I've gotten toothpaste before. It was nice and refreshing after the others.
Is this
Okay.
This is a yeah.
This is coconut.
This is a tutti frutti. I mean, not tutti frutti.
Whatever that one is. Is it?
Bright orange next. I can't remember which one was light and which one was bright.
That one was light. This one is bright. I think. Yeah, because this one was strawberry or dead fish.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so bright orange is barf or peach?
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no.
I hope I get peach.
Also, the smell of the chewed jelly beans is wafting up to me. I'm just like,
Why not put it on the floor?
because if I need to spit it out, it needs to be spat out immediately.
How? Think. I'm scared.
Ooh, yes, peach.
It's stuck in my teeth. That actually might have been peach, but it had a very, very bad taste.
The peach doesn't have a very bad taste, so it was probably vomit.
Yeah, I can feel it now that I've drank something.
White brown. No, what's that one?
This one?
Yeah, I think so.
Which could be toasted marshmallow or stink bug.
Honestly, I really, really hate toasted marshmallow.
Shame on you.
No, okay, not actual toasted marshmallow, but toasted marshmallow jelly beans just don't sit well with me.
Okay, so the candy store that I went to earlier had an entire like little popcorn box that was just popcorn and jelly beans, and I was curious. I didn't buy them, but I was curious.
I've been having a really, really good run, and so I'm nervous.
Ah!
Oh.
I got marshmallow. Oh, I can smell that.
Oh, that's fucking nauseating.
Oh, that stinks. Ah, literally. White and rainbow. Thank you, Guy. You are helping us out here today. It got caught on my hair. So this one could be...
Hold on. I need to pause.
You need a break.
Oh.
You've had one bad one.
I've had two. I also
Okay.
had dead fish.
You did? Oh, yeah. We both had dead fish. It was strangely sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I'm almost out of my drink.
Oh.
We will be brushing our teeth after this.
Yes. Hold on. I'm taking one of these. I'm hoping it's mint.
Mint or berry blue?
It's also, we had an odd number, so here's the one. We're hoping it's mint.
Freshen your breath and your taste buds.
Oh. What was that stink bug that I just almost bled on? Oh.
So the canned dog food got stuck in my teeth.
Hello. Mm-hmm.
Hi. So yeah, the canned dog food got stuck in my teeth, and now I'm still getting it, and it's not the best. We didn't get all of these flavors.
All right. So what's the white and rainbow flecks?
Those are dirty dishwasher or a birthday cake. This is right, yeah.
This one looks promising.
Okay.
There's literally no way to... Oh, you already have yours?
Yep.
Uh-huh.
It smells like stink bug. I think I got birthday cake.
You would know if you didn't. I didn't expect that one to be as bad as it was, but holy shit.
Green! Oh god. Green is booger or juicy pear?
I'm technically allergic to pears, so I could pull the bullshit.
Hold on.
I can't have any of
Oh,
that.
it does have pear juice.
I'm bullshitting. Also, I apologize if you're offended by profanity. I try not to cuss in videos, but we're live now.
It's a different side of the mirror. Okay, I'm gonna take my bets on this one.
Oh, God.
Smelling it doesn't do anything. You can't get past that crunchy exterior.
Also, like, what's the booger smell like? Like,
I don't know, it's always in your nose.
It's in your nose. Hello.
You would never nose.
Nobody knows.
Oh, I'm so dumb. Okay. Clink. I'm watching the camera because I can't see your skin. Hand? Fingernail? Something. Yeah. I think I got pear. I just really hate pear. This bag smells disgusting. Oh, I got a whiff of that and it's disgusting.
We actually don't have yellow. How did that happen?
Am I albino?
No.
I'm just extremely pale. I am the whitest. Yellow. Do we have yellow? Okay, so we don't actually have yellow. They lied to us. Red, white, blue.
We have exactly 2, which means that one of us is getting lucky. Yeah, one of us.
Or you can pick. Do you want that one or this one?
I like this one.
Okay. It's got a tear in it. You'll technically get a little bit less.
It's got a crow. Let's see. Do I know what I'm getting by smell since it's cracked?
Don't cheat.
It could go either way.
Okay, so
see, it has a crack in it.
It could be Stinky Socks or Tutti Frutti. Mine does not have a crack.
Ours look completely different.
Yeah, because mine has more sparkle to it.
Okay.
See, it's the same.
Okay.
Hold on, now I'm curious. Yeah, I think it's the same.
Okay.
Because I see some red flecks. It's just not as vibrant. Okay, ready?
Mm-hmm.
I got Tutti Frutti. Or did I?
That's the problem. You got Tutti Frutti and I got birthday cake.
Okay, so we had one red, white, and blue.
And it was the good one.
Yeah. Okay, next one can either be coconut or spoiled milk. Pick the poison because we only have 2. Oh, I can't grab it. Sorry for like taking over your channel.
No, you take it over. Let's go.
Oh, I will take it over part-time for lives. Here you go. Clink.
I'm so fucking scared. Oh.
Is that right? It sticks with you.
Oh.
Same.
Okay.
Okay.
But honestly, in my opinion, that was
Disgusting.
the second least worst of the bad ones.
Okay.
Can we be done?
We've got a few left. Okay. I'm gonna tilt this down a little bit.
Don't.
We have these. We have these.
I absolutely refuse to eat all of them.
Okay,
Hard.
that's fair.
Hard stop. I will not. I will eat all of the blue ones. And then let's try these.
Which one? The green?
These.
Oh, we tried those, didn't we?
No.
Yeah, we did. Dishwasher birthday cake.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah.
Can we stop?
Green.
No.
They said
No.
green.
No. No.
They said green.
No. 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 The blue ones aren't that bad. You're right.
Yeah.
I humbly request that we stop. Before my stomach turns inside out, we have tried them all.
Oh.
Why don't we do it why don't we do a sequel? Why don't we save them for a sequel? Yeah.
We can do that. I almost
Which means I have to fucking do this again. Oh my god.
So we actually, when I went to the candy shop today, I know I keep bringing that up, I'm sorry. But they had this big box, and I was like, Maddie, you would hate me.
Oh, I would
almost did it.
No, why?
It It was like $30 though.
Oh.
I was like, I don't think I want to spend $30 on beans.
Oh.
They did have like one of those. They didn't give you the bags because COVID, but you could like pull the lever and have whatever flavor of jelly beans you wanted in it.
Pull the lever crumb.
Huh?
Pull the lever crumb.
Yeah, right? Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, don't smell that.
No.
Actually, I'm gonna get a blue, and either way, it's gonna be good. Do you want a blue?
Yeah, give me a blue.
Blue?
We'll end up on blue.
On a good note. Yeah. Toothpaste.
Not another tooth. Do they have berry blue in there? Because we've all gotten toothpaste on the blues.
I had berry blue.
Did you? Okay.
Mm-hmm. This is heavily of toothpaste.
Mm-hmm. See, I'm one of the weird ones who just likes the taste of toothpaste.
Would you eat it?
I mean, maybe. I mean, if they made toothpaste where they're like, "Hey, you can swallow your toothpaste," I'd be like, "Huh, okay."
Yeah.
Okay, I'm taking that bag to the other side of the room because I can still smell it. Oh, you sent them my dress.
I'm sorry. There you go. It's a cute dress.
Thank you. I have that Taylor Swift song stuck in my head, which is not a bad thing. But
It's a good song.
It's a good song.
Have you shared with them that song? Or told them of its popularity?
Told them of its popularity.
Well, then you. You like the song.
Oh, thank you so much.
That's
I'm
all
glad
for
it's been
her.
helpful. I'm really glad it's been helpful. You've been in videos.
Like 3. I do
2.
not carry this channel.
There. But you could.
No.
You totally could.
No. No.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think they want to see my face.
I don't know. Do you want to see? I think everyone wants to see.
I don't. This is your channel.
Okay. But,
I'm
yeah.
gonna take Tessa out.
Ooh.
Both to inspect her skin and to show the lights.
So we are bringing our snake on camera.
My little baby.
So just a heads up if you're freaked out by snakes or anything like that. So
Hello, baby.
I don't know if anyone's heard the song
Come here, little one.
Nobody No Crime. It's a Taylor Swift song done with Haim. I don't know how you pronounce their name, but
She is freshly shed.
huzzah! But it's a song that's been stuck in my head for the past 2 days.
Oh, she's getting a tiny bit fatter.
Oh, this
a
is
baby.
Tessa. This is one of our pets. We also have a rabbit named Estelle, but she does not like being held, so she is comfortably in the other room, probably getting into all sorts of mischief that we are not seeing right now.
I love you. I love you. She's my baby. She is, isn't she?
She's darling.
She puts up with my, trembling hands.
I wonder how she would respond to my nails. I feel like she'd, get a kick out of them.
I mean, her entire right here is wrapped around my nail.
Oh.
You need some, Here you go. I don't mean to, Miss Tessa, what you doing?
Yeah, I was the same way about being fine with snakes for a while, and until I was in real life. But
and then she met Tessa.
Tessa is darling. I love Tessa. But it's weird because I have this thing where like I'm good with snakes so long as they're being handed to me by someone else, because then my brain goes, oh, this is a good snake. Like, I will totally like.
I used to catch snakes when I was little.
See, I did not.
I would go out into the woods and be like, snake! Which is a great way to like get bitten, especially since we were in not good snake territory.
Yeah. But for me, but I think I'm good. Like I was always good. Like when I went to like Dan Nicholas Park, where they had the herpetology exhibit. Yes. Or if I went to a pet store and the snakes were out, or if I went to a science museum and the snakes were out, I would always pet the snake. Or if they were small, I would hold the snakes or what have you. Like, that was something I really enjoyed doing. But, like, snakes out in the wild, I'm like, that's a snake that could hurt me. For whatever reason, like, it's, like, different because the snake's not being handled by people. And I'm the same way. Like, one time, I tried to get Tessa out for a video, and she continually ran away. And I'm like, oh, no. She doesn't like me. I don't want her to bite me. And so she wasn't in that video.
Well, I just snatched her up.
Right? I was walking you over here and you just like went, whoa! And I'm like, ah! Come hither.
Slither hither.
Slither
Okay,
hither.
I have a story related to snakes. Oh, thank you. So my dad lived in like this guy's basement. It was like an apartment in the basement. And so I was going to the bathroom once, and there was a snake just chilling on the floor. And I was like, that's a fake snake. It's got to be a fake snake. So I like threw a comb at it. It was a real snake. And my dad was sleeping, right? So I just pick up the snake, and I'm like, Dad! And he was like, stop fucking around. And I'm like, it's a snake! And then he actually looked up at me and was like, oh! So we put it in a box and then let it go outside.
Also, typically speaking, I'm a lot better if I know what kind of snake it is, but I'm not yet good at identifying. Oh, this snake is not dangerous.
Yeah, this snake is perfectly. She's an angel. She's a little corn snake. I'm gonna go ahead and let you have her.
You know, she's good.
But the snake in the story was just an eastern rat snake, so also not dangerous.
But, like, I'll see a snake, and, like, because I'm not necessarily that good at identifying snakes, I typically tend to keep my distance just in case it ends up being a dangerous snake. But we know Tessa's good.
Yeah. She's a baby.
Yeah.
She's technically not a baby, she just doesn't eat.
Yeah.
Aww.
Oh, cool. Yeah. There are a lot of snakes that live in North Carolina, too, but, like, interestingly enough, I haven't seen all that many out in the wild. I've seen, a green snake. It might have been a garter snake. I'm not sure. Either way, it was absolutely gorgeous. This is emerald green, and it was super tiny, and it still kind of freaked us out. So we ended up trying to like. I was like 9. I didn't know.
So there was a dog kennel under the like Dad's house again. There's like I don't know what you call it. There's a patio above it, so we had like a little chair set up, and we had a place where we could just hang out. And there's a dog kennel. And one day we just found this long snake skin. And so we were like, oh. And then the next time we went up there, we found another black rat snake. And so we weren't allowed to pick that one up. But he was so pretty, we named him, I think it was Frank.
Good name.
So.
Yeah, I've seen that green snake, and then there was one time when I was walking out to, I think, get the mail or something, I'm not sure, but I typically don't wear shoes outside just because I don't particularly care for them. If I have to wear shoes, I'd rather them be open-toed shoes just because I don't like my toesies being contained, I suppose. And so I walked outside. I was completely barefoot.
She does not want to let you go.
And when I opened the door, literally all I saw was a snake lunge at me, and I heard the jaws clamp shut. And I was like, oh no, I'm not going outside right now. Like, that's not happening.
You fed a boa? Oh, I low-key want a boa, but I know they're way too big for me. I'm 5 feet tall. Not enough. Says Tessa, she'll get between 4 to 6 feet if she ever eats and grows.
She's been eating recently.
Yeah. She's still skinny.
Yeah.
But I love her.
Nice. Snake Chibola? Hibola? Chiboya? I don't know if I'm saying that right.
I love you. I love you. She's like, get away from me.
Look, Mom!
Your breath stinks.
In the Amazon conversation. Oh, cool. Thanks.
Cool. I love my girl. Girls. We've got a girl club going on here.
Yeah, we do.
All our pets plus each other, we're all girls.
You know, I think I'd like a bird too. I had 3 birds when I was younger, but I 3 parakeets. My mom somehow found an escaped parakeet, and we gave it a home. So that was nice. And then after she died, we decided that we wanted to get 2 more. And so I had a little blue parakeet, a green parakeet, and a yellow parakeet. But I had a traumatic experience with the green parakeet, so yay. But I would like another parakeet just to kind of like create more positive memories that aren't all trauma-based.
I would request we keep them in separate rooms when Tessa is out.
Yeah, because they would freak out. They would freak out.
I'm afraid they would go after Tessa.
Oh, you're right. Birds do. Oh.
Yeah.
You make a fair point. You make a very, very fair point. But
how about we wait and see if this guy, the same guy that we're renting with, will allow both parakeets and another snake, and then we just we grow the family.
Our poor landlord.
Yeah. I mean, he was good with Estelle, and he didn't raise the rent price.
We gotta look at the menagerie. Mine, bread, and the baby. Oh. Hey.
Aw. What kind of snake did you have?
Where's she going?
I don't know. I'm trying to... She wants to hide in my shirt.
She is trying to escape.
Escape! Escape! That's what...
Corn snakes and king rat snake. Oh, cool.
That's what Tessa is.
Corn snake, not a king rat snake.
Yeah. I'm thinking about getting a ball python next. One day.
One day.
I have the stupidest laugh.
No, you do not.
I love you. Just ran into my finger. Do you need little snaky eyeglasses? One day I want to put her in a hat.
So corn snakes can come in all sorts of different colors. Ours happens to be pink and white with a little yellow nose.
She does have the smallest little yellow snoot. We can try. I don't think she'll cooperate with us, but... Come on.
Ah, you can kind of see it.
Little yellow nose. She loves going towards the camera if she knows. Like, she'll go towards my phone camera if I'm taking video. Or she'll go towards the computer camera. You're not my little love.
She's a little diva. Little future snake model.
Oh, I think she would like that. Hi. I haven't like measured her lengthwise in a while, but
I think she's gotten longer.
she definitely has. I found a picture of her way back when I first got her, and she was like half this size.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, maybe a third this size, but
That's even smaller.
Mhm.
Orange and yellow, red eyes, black and gray, white, red eyes. Oh, nice.
Aw.
Ours has red eyes,
Yeah, she does.
which you probably just saw, so that was probably redundant. But and then our rabbit is black with like dark brown eyes. But she also has like little gray floofs on her paws, and they're adorable.
She does. Like the undersides of her paws are gray.
I want her to come in here. She's not gonna.
Put food in her little cat box, and then have her sit on your lap. Sit the cat box on your lap.
We can try it.
I have the best ideas.
Ah! You said I'm just again.
Sorry. Hey. Hello. This is my baby. I got her in November the year before. So 2019. So we just had her first gotcha day. I got a kiss. I went to go boop the snoot and I got a kiss.
Oh.
Oh, you're getting a treat.
Of course. She deserves it.
I thought she was gonna get pellets.
Oh, Mrs. Snap. Come here.
We need more grapes for her. Aww. Be the best plant or animal parent that you can be. I believe in
You're
you.
okay, Estelle.
She's like, what is this?
Let me out. Let me out. Okay. Here we go. Estelle's camera debut. Here we go. This is Miss Estelle.
She's like,
You're
no.
okay. You're okay.
Oh, she's on. Miss Estelle, I cannot. It's not that I don't trust you.
Oh, they've never been near each other.
No, they have not.
Oh my.
Hi. I'll pet you with my other hand.
You're
She's
okay.
like, where am I?
You're okay. Hi.
Darling. Could you not?
Ah. And down she goes.
See, Tessa likes to swing.
Thank you.
Right. Right, they cute. I tried to be a plant parent. It did not work out. I actually have 3 that are still alive, but they're all from one plant. So, but they're still alive. The other 6 are not. So I am not a plant person.
Yeah. I feel like me being a witch, I feel like I should be better with plants. I feel like I should just have a wonderful green thumb and I should just be able to just
Summon the plant gods.
yeah, no. But just be good with plants and have a good relationship with plants, but they always die. And I'm like technically I'm more of a kitchen witch anyway, but I feel like to be a proper kitchen witch, you should also be able to grow your own ingredients. To be fair, I've never tried to grow foods that can be used for. I've never tried to grow plants that can be used for food. So, yeah.
Basil.
I actually say basil. I'm just being dumb. I have heard of a legless lizard.
Yeah.
I just want to know how they determined that it was a lizard and not a snake.
They have a different bone structure in their chest and their head.
Ooh.
They eat differently too. Yeah.
Miss Future Zookeeper, you.
I can only dream. Hello, my love.
But yeah.
You're inching your way on the newest and hot style. It's not a bracelet.
Ooh,
And
okay. What herbs did they grow? Like, what are some good starter herbs for someone who doesn't know what they're doing? Because I really like the idea, because like I use a lot of seasonings when I cook, and I like the idea of using fresh seasonings, but they can get expensive when you buy them from the store. Thinking about being a parent to a reborn baby doll. I say go for it. Why not? Basil was difficult time and oregano. That's good to know. I like cooking with basil. Okay, so I really want to like so typically speaking with a lot of the more traditional Italian herbs like thyme and oregano and whatnot, I end up just getting the already pre-made blends of everything with the salt. And so I'm really curious to like that might be my next experiment where I actually like go out and I her name is Tessa and our rabbit's name is Estelle. So I'm thinking I might like do more work and actually like figuring out what different herbs taste like and what their benefits are and whatnot, because like I'm not currently at the point where I can be cooking and be like, oh, that needs more oregano. I don't really know. I just know I'm like, it needs more seasoning. Let's go. So that might be an experiment that I do moving forward. I'm not sure. We didn't have plants management list at the time. Okay, that makes sense. You know, I think I also want to learn like when different plants need to be planted and when they should be harvested and whatnot. And also like I think a big thing for me is I want to make sure that I'm able to do it continuously once I figure it out. So like I don't want to like plant some seeds, you know, take all the plant material used for cooking and then have nothing left, if that makes sense. The thing about the doll that look like a real baby. Mm-hmm. Okay.
she's burrowing in my hair.
Oh,
What's left of it? Ah, she got my ear.
oh my.
Miss Tessa. Ears are off limits.
That makes sense. What different types of witch are you? Because I'm still trying to figure out what type of witch I am. Honestly, like I presume that I'm a kitchen witch, but like, who knows? Are you familiar? Okay, so brief aside, are you familiar? I think it's called Water of Whimsy, and I'm it's they're on Instagram, and I really like what they do in terms of like guides to figuring out what type of witch you might be in terms of like what type of witchcraft you might be most drawn to. I think they're called Water of Whimsy. If you haven't checked them out, you probably should. Because I think they're really, really neat. They also do other things. Like one thing that really helped me was with Imbolc recently passing. I was not sure how to celebrate Imbolc because I actually normally kind of end up just like as terrible as this is probably going to sound. I normally end up forgetting about Imbolc until it's like 2 weeks after. I'm like, oh yeah, that's the thing I should have done something for. So yeah, they're called Water of Whimsy, and I saw their post on Imbolc, and it was like advice on how, like suggestions for how to celebrate Imbolc, and one of the suggestions was write a poem. And at the time, on Imbolc, on February 1st, I wasn't exactly sure what I wanted to write a poem about. And then February 2nd, some shit hit the fan in one of my classes, and like I needed to write a poem about it, and so that was my, I guess like Imbolc celebration was writing that poem. I really like the way that poem turned out. Lemon time on that. Ooh, interesting.
What are you doing, Tessa?
Cider or vinegar. So I use apple cider vinegar in cooking all the time, and I also, typically speaking, I don't like apple cider, but there was just one time. So there's a whole story behind this. So, I wrote a thesis in undergrad, my senior thesis, and one of the requirements to graduate with honors, as part of the honors program, and one of the requirements to graduate with honors was that you had to present your thesis at like a formal, like,
So long as I can see her.
where is she?
She's right there.
Nice.
That's Snape to the left.
And so,
Snape to the right.
I presented my thesis, and it went really, really well. But I was so nervous about it. I didn't eat before, so I didn't eat breakfast. I didn't eat lunch because I was nervous. And then my presentation was at 2. So I presented at 2. That whole presentation, there were some other people presenting as well, and that whole presentation lasted probably till about 3:15-ish. And I went back to my room, and I fucking crashed. Like, I was so exhausted. I woke up around, I think, 7:30. It was definitely past dinner. And I got a text message and said, they were saying, it was from a group text, and they were saying, hey, we're going to this bar, this club. I don't know if it was a bar or a club. I'm not actually sure which it technically is. But, they're like, we're going to this place, and do you want to come? And I'm like, yeah, I want to come. Like, that sounds like a blast. And also, I had just turned 21, literally like 2 weeks before that, and so I was really excited to drink just because it wasn't something I could previously do. And so I asked a friend of mine, I'm like, okay, what's the sweetest thing on this drink menu? Because, like, I don't like alcohol where you can taste the alcohol. I like alcohol to be sweet and often fruity and just, like, nice and mellow and lovely. And so they recommended this apple. We were in Asheville, North Carolina, and it was actually, the apples were picked in Asheville. The cider was brewed in Asheville. I'm like, yeah, sure, I'll try it. It was absolutely delicious. Like, it tasted so similar to apple juice. It probably had like a super low alcohol content, but it was absolutely delicious. And then after dancing and whatnot, the same friend said, hey, get a shot of something. We're taking shots. And I'm like, okay, I don't really want to take a shot. Like, it's pretty expensive here. Like, I'm not gonna do that. And then my professor came out from the group of students who were all gathered about to take shots. And they're like, no, Maddie, we're all taking shots. Let's go. And I'm like, okay. So I paid like $5 for a shot of Fireball, and we all took shots. And now I can say that I was able to, that I actually took shots with the professor, because I think that's pretty neat. But yeah, no, I see you, Brittany. Drinking on an empty stomach is such a bad idea. Fortunately, I didn't get sick, but I did get a lot drunker than I should have off of one 16-ounce cider and one shot of Fireball. Yeah, I took shots with my professor. And so we wandered around Asheville, and like, I was just following the group, and everyone was just like leading the charge, and they were super like, we're gonna go here, then we're gonna go there, and I'm like looking at the ground like fucking stumbling all over the place, just trying to like keep it together, because like, I'm not like drunk to the point where I'm just like gone, but I'm definitely at least tipsy at the very least. And so it was an adventure. I honestly have no idea how we got back to our hotel, and I'm pretty sure I crashed immediately after I did. But it was super fun. One of my favorite stories to tell.
You know what we should do one day?
What?
You know how Discord has a video chat feature?
Uh-huh.
You should figure that out, and then everyone can like talk face to face.
Thanks. Speaking of which, we do have a Discord server, so if you want to join that, I should probably put a link in the chat. Let's see if I can remember how to do that.
I've got a baby on my head.
Where did I go? Am I still here? Oh yeah, I'm here. Cool. That was weird. But yeah. There we go. But yeah.
Do you guys like my new hairpiece?
It's glorious.
I'm so scared she's gonna fall. I can't tell where her head is.
It's crawling down the back of your hair.
Okay. Discord turned on my laptop.
But yeah, I'm still wondering if I should go back and revise my thesis and actually publish it. Since I'm now, so my undergraduate thesis was on religion, and now that I'm in grad school, I'm wondering if any of the professors here, I'm in divinity school specifically, so it's all about religion and theology and whatnot, and so I'm wondering if any of the professors that I have now would be able to help me figure that out. But number one, I'm not sure what the rules are in terms of a lot of professors at my undergraduate institution helped me write the thing, and so they should definitely get credit for it, but I don't know how that works in terms of do I just mention them by name? Do I have to get their permission? I wrote it, but they helped, so I don't know. Thanks for subscribing, Yeah, no, I'm not sure. Because specifically, it was about religion in video games, and it was really difficult to write just because that's not something that's been written about a lot before. And so, I don't know. It was difficult to write, really rewarding to actually finish, and I feel like I should probably publish it so that other people who are interested in the intersection of religion and video games can have, some I don't know what the word is, predecessor. I don't know,
some help,
something to go off of, where they can be oh wow, someone else did this. Let me build off of what they did, or even if they're going in a completely different direction, I think it can be reassuring to see that someone else has actually done that sort of research before. I don't know.
Need you to be down here.
But also, low-key, I have not read it since I submitted. There's a picture of me on Instagram carrying the thing that's been signed by everyone. It's yes, you're graduating with honors, and I have not read it since. I have not. I've opened it. I've read the first couple of words, and then I'm nah, I can't do this. What I've read has been pretty okay, but oof, that's intimidating. That's a daunting task. I don't know. Your snake is wrapped around your snake necklace.
I know. She's precious.
Oh, wow.
That's late.
That is late.
Thank you for joining.
Thank you, yeah. Right now, it is 9:00 p.m. where we are, so...
Why must you have military time? Maddie uses military time on at least her computer. I'm not sure about her phone.
My phone does not. My phone uses standard time.
A sensible phone.
I feel like I should change it now. Just
Where is she? Oh, she's crawling towards you.
I know. Ireland, nice. They're here in the USA.
Yep. You have SOA.
You have SOA.
Don't lean back.
Okay. So we've placed the Yeah, no, that's what I was thinking as well. The problem is I literally have no idea how to publish. And also, part of my imposter syndrome is not knowing if it's actually good enough to publish. Objectively speaking, it is. 4 professors who are experts in their field looked at it and said, yeah, this is the type of quality I want to see. But then there's a part of me that's like, but I could have done better, right? I should have done better, right? It's not good enough to be published, right? And so, I don't know, there's a lot of self-doubt and a lot of like imposter syndrome is like, oh no, I couldn't possibly publish my work. That's what the smart people do. And I can feel her eyes on me right now. A lot of self-doubt though. It's definitely something. How to get over the past. I will be honest with you. I do not know. I am really, really bad about getting over the past to the point where I will beat myself up over things. Like, literally, there was one time when I was literally, like, laying in bed and Emily could tell that something was wrong. And so I opened up and I said, I just feel really, really bad about this thing I said to my dad when I was 4. Like, this is who I am as a person. Like, I don't, like, which isn't to say that I, hold grudges. The main person I hold grudges against is myself. And so I really don't know how to get over the past, in all honesty.
I just wanted to
okay, I thought you wanted to.
I can say something. I think that something that's important to get over the past is it's gotta, like, you've gotta sit with it and figure it out that way. And once it helps a lot if you can get a therapist or someone who can help you work through it. Because, I mean, Maddie and I open up to each other a lot about things. Where'd she go? She's right there. Okay, so Maddie and I open up to each other about a lot of things and also our therapists. So we kind of have that thing to bounce back on. We just have a kind of support system. And you can always reach out to us, or Maddie, if you need to talk to someone, and we'll be glad to help listen and give advice when we can. That being said, we are not mental health professionals. No. We cannot give medical advice. Hey, baby.
Oh, thanks. Honestly, the more I talk about it, the more I'm thinking, like, maybe I actually should figure out the process of getting my work published, just because I think I come to some really interesting conclusions, and I would love for someone to, like, read what I did, and even if they completely disagree with every single word I say, for them to be able to be like, okay, no, this is something worth looking into, this is something worth examining. I think that would be really, really neat, because it's a really niche subject matter, and also, like, I really appreciated the fact that, like, I discovered that there was a book that was all about religion and video games, and even though not all of it was helpful, all of it made me realize that, like, hey, what I'm doing is worthwhile.
I like how my name has become blonde. Go ahead. What's your question? It is a snake. Oh, be nice to the snake. Yes, I do. It's a baby. She is my baby. I love her. She's a sweet little thing. She's never struck or anything. She just likes to crawl around you.
If you'd like to read it, I'm wondering if I could copy and paste everything into a Google Doc and share it so that more people can read it. But also, I just like the idea of publishing it. Now I'm really, really honed in. I want to publish something. Like, I'm a writer at my core. I'm currently working on...
She's coming.
Hey, Black Snake, don't eat. But,
Aww.
I'm currently working on a book. Okay, let me be more clear. I'm currently thinking about working on a book.
You're working.
No, I'm working on it. Like there
There's
isn't
some chapters.
there isn't a day that goes by when I don't think about this book and these characters and what I want to happen and like different ways to like resolve these plot holes that I'm seeing appearing in the book. So I'm constantly thinking about this book. But I don't really have much time to write, which that's honestly an excuse. It's an excuse, not a reason. Just because I had plenty of time over my break and I just didn't do it. But I have been writing poetry. I actually wrote a poem. Was it yesterday? 2 days ago?
2 days ago.
2 days ago. Okay. Yeah. So, I've been writing poetry just because it doesn't take as much time in my own personal writing style. It doesn't take quite as much time to write a poem as it does to sit down and make sure that all of my characters' voices are consistent and that from chapter to chapter they remain the same person, except also growing, except also like. Honestly, that's actually a really good idea. So what I've done is I've written out on my phone, I have a note that
I'm gonna put her back.
okay. I have a note with all of the chapters and basically what I want to happen in each chapter, but I haven't actually
She's saying goodbye.
bye. But I haven't
I can't
like gone point by point, bullet by bullet, this is what happens, and then this, and then this, and then this, and then this.
Whoa.
Also, I think that I really like that idea, just because if I write them into the actual text of the book that I'm working on, I feel like it would be a lot easier to go in non-chronological order, because the big thing that will happen to me is like I'll want to write a scene in chapter 12, but because I'm currently on chapter 7, I feel like I can't jump ahead because I want to make sure that it's consistent with what comes earlier, and so I kind of get locked in this sense of like I want to do things chronologically. I've been breaking out of that a little bit because I've been writing these drabbles from things that happen later on in the book. But I always feel bad where it's like, I wrote something from the book, but it's from book 3 because I'm planning a series. But yeah. I wrote a poem and started, ooh, I'd love to hear it. I don't know the song, so I would probably miss some of the references. But one of the poems I wrote probably, I think, 2 months ago. I think I wrote it in November. It in many ways is based off of the song Defying Gravity from the musical Wicked. So, and also the poem that I wrote a couple days ago is actually written, it's actually largely based off of the biblical book of Hosea, which is might be confusing if you're not familiar with the Bible, but Hosea is a really loaded and difficult book for a number of different reasons, and so the conversation that we had in class about the book of Hosea really inspired me to write this poem. What about? Interesting. I've actually never heard of that phobia, but all phobias exist for a reason, and all phobias are valid, except for, like, homophobia and transphobia and other things like that, because those aren't fears. Those are prejudices and biases that need to be addressed. Maybe you can also do audio notes. That makes sense. I like that idea a lot. Sometimes I am more of a like, let me just talk and get my thoughts out in the open. I don't know. Definitely a good idea, though. Have some cheese and crackers with salmon slices in it. Huh. Couldn't do the salmon slices, but cheese and crackers sound tasty, especially I really like the club crackers, which are actually vegan, despite the fact that they taste like butter. I've been monologuing for a long time. Your turn.
This is your live stream.
Mm.
I am but a guest.
Mm. Let's see.
Okay, I'll go sleep now.
I am okay. So my last video of 2019 was me saying that I would go vegan in 2020. At the time I made that video, I was a pescatarian, so I ate fish, I ate eggs, I ate dairy, but I didn't eat red meat or poultry. And so over the course of 2020, I went from being a pescatarian to a vegetarian. So now I don't eat any meat, any like animal flesh, or I don't eat anything that requires the death of an animal. But I do still eat dairy. I do still eat eggs. And I also do still eat honey, which personally speaking, I just don't have an issue with eating honey. That's just my own personal opinion. But I know a lot of vegans disagree. So I mentioned in the community tab that my resolution for 2021 would be to try to complete the resolution that I made for 2020. So I am trying to go vegan. I would like to go vegan eventually, but I am struggling because I really like dairy and I really like eggs. But I do try to if there's a vegan option, I normally try to take it. Like I buy non-dairy ice cream. I just found out today how to make tofu scramble using black salt, which tastes a lot like eggs in my personal opinion. Would you agree?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I am working on it, but like no. So long story short, no, I'm not vegan, but I'm trying to be, and I'm like halfway there. Vegan butter is really tasty. I like vegan butter. I actually think I like it better than regular butter. I am not a fan of spicy, so I cannot say anything about spicy Vegenaise. And regular Vegenaise, I'm honestly not a huge fan of it, but I have figured out how to turn it into vegan ranch dressing, and that's tasty. See, I wish I liked avocado more. I like avocado and it's done right, but like just regular avocado just doesn't do it for me. Which is like one of the reasons, like there are so many like vegetables and whatnot, and well, avocado is a fruit, but there are so many like traditional vegan foods that like just don't resonate with me. Which I'm like, oh gosh, if I go vegan, what am I gonna eat? Like obviously, I follow vegan YouTubers and I've watched a ton of vegan documentaries, so like I know what options I have to eat. But like a lot of them don't necessarily appeal to me, and so I'm worried about being limited to, yeah. Yep, everyone is different and unique. And yeah, that's kind of where I am too. Like the more plant-based I can eat, the better, personally. Just because one of the main reasons why I want to go fully vegan is because full veganism is best for the environment in terms of environmental impact. But vegetarianism is not that much worse than veganism, so I try not to beat myself up too much for that. I am at least doing some small part to put out the fire that is planet Earth at this point in time. Yeah, vegan food is really tasty. Like my favorite restaurant in Winston-Salem, where I live, is this place called Mozzarella Fellas, which is all vegan food, and literally everything I've gotten there has been absolutely delicious. I absolutely love it.
They have really good pizza.
Yeah.
You just have to add a little bit of salt and
At least it's not. Interesting. Your system as well? Awesome. I've actually never had Vegemite. But interestingly enough, as far as oh, you don't, okay. Happy Friday. But yeah, no, interestingly enough, in my system, there are 2 Australian alters. Well, one's technically not Australian, but that's really complicated. She has an Australian accent. For the sake of simplicity, I call her Australian. But
You could tell me she was a victim.
okay, she's a fictive who's voiced, and her source is voiced by an Australian actress, and so she sounds Australian despite the fact that she's technically not Australian because she comes from a source that's not rooted in Earth. But yeah, no, neither of them have fronted long enough for me to know whether or not they like traditional Australian foods, and none of us have tried Vegemite. So all I know is that it's like I think really salty. So like theoretically speaking, I feel like I would like it because I'm a fan of salty foods.
What would you say Vegemite tastes like? In your opinion, personally.
Yeah, no, I'm good.
Okay.
These nails were stimmy.
Yeah.
Any fancy plans for the weekend? So tomorrow we are getting pedicures. We got manicures a couple days ago, and so we're going back to get pedicures. So that's exciting. Let's see. Beyond that, sleep sounds nice. Yeah, I get that. It's gonna be hard to explain. Plans for the weekend. I actually don't really have all that many homework assignments due, so I can actually kind of chill. But
They like the idea of pedicures, but don't want people touching their feet.
I get that.
It's taken me so long to like come to terms with the fact that a pedicure might be nice, but I'm like, ooh.
You know, I had actually never thought about it. It never really crossed my mind. But I was on a cruise, and I think my mom signed me and my dad up for pedicures. And she's like, "You're getting pedicures." I'm like, "Okay, I've never done this before." And I really, really loved it. It was incredible. I felt so relaxed. I love pedicure. They tickle. I'm really ticklish on my feet, so like that's intense. But like, what does that look?
They tickle.
Pedicures tickle.
I'm gonna have such a hard time.
Oh, I thought you were judging me for saying that. I'm just like, no.
No.
Like at one point, if there's like scrubbing the bottom of your feet, you're just gonna be like, oh
No. I'm gonna cry.
But
Hyperventilating.
yeah, no, I really enjoyed them. I had this one pedicure where they used hot rocks, and that was amazing. Generally speaking, I just really like pedicures, and also like my feet typically tend to be really, really rough. And so getting pedicures are just really nice. I'm pretty sure every single pedicure I've ever had hates me, just because my feet really are rough, and they're like, "Wow, this is unnecessary." But we tip well, so there's that. My classes are going pretty well so far. Let's see. I'm currently taking 4 classes, which is, I think, a pretty nice load. And all of them are so this semester, I had 2 of my classes are with professors who I had last semester, so that's really comforting because you kind of know what to expect with them. And then the other 2 are with new professors, but so far I like all of my professors. The coursework actually seems to be a lot more reasonable, because last semester was absolutely awful. Like, it was really, really fucking bad. Like, what happened was they decided that instead of having, like, say, 4 classes over the course of the whole semester, you would have 2 classes for the first 7 weeks and the other 2 classes for the second 7 weeks. But instead of shortening the amount of information that you'd be receiving, they just decided to take a regular semester and cram it all, so a regular 15-week semester, and cram it all into 7 weeks. So, like, for those of you who are familiar with the Bible, one day, so I did my reading for, so the reading for the Tuesday class was the first half of the book of Exodus. And then the reading for the Thursday class was the second half of the book of Exodus, the entire book of Leviticus, and the entire book of Numbers. And so it's just kind of like, just pushing through super hard. And it was like, you barely had time to catch your breath. It was just, there's just so much content, and
I miss baking too. I actually, just for Christmas, we got a cake pan. So I'm like, haha, I can cook stuff now, bake stuff. Miss Estelle.
But this semester has been a lot better so far. Everything's more spread out. I don't feel like it's an absolute sprint to the finish. Like, that's just been, it's been really nice so far. I'm really nervous to, like, jinx it, just because that is a concern of mine. But so far, is it tasting? Is it worse than the jelly beans?
No. I thought it might taste like tea. It does not.
Curiosity kills.
Satisfaction brought it back. Are you actually eating it?
No. I am in divinity school, so divinity school largely revolves around religion, theology, and ministry, which has been really interesting because it's a primarily Christian institution and I am pagan, and so there's definitely been some weird, interesting moments where I'm like, how is this relevant? How am I going to be received, etc. But so far, all of my professors have been really receptive to what I have to say, and I actually feel like I'm being listened to. And so I definitely really appreciate that. And so, yeah.
They probably appreciate a different perspective.
Yeah, exactly.
Almost definitely.
Yeah. Because, you know.
Plus, you're extremely well written.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
Oh, shucks.
But, yeah, I'm really glad too, just because I went to a Christian high school and they were really, really not receptive of any views that differed from their version of Christianity. So to attend a predominantly Christian institution with Christian professors who were like, yeah, no, what do you have to say? Like, that's really insightful. Keep it up. Keep talking. Like, share with us. Like, that's really, really nice. I'm just really hoping that I'm going to be able to have more classes that are more relevant to, like, the type of religious work that I want to do. Oh, nice.
Ooh.
Ooh.
You should post some of them if you're comfortable.
Yeah, no, I'd love to read them.
DM.
What?
Send them in a DM.
Yeah.
Can you get messages on DMs?
Not on YouTube, but I can on Instagram.
Do Instagram.
But yeah, I'm really I've always really been interested in animation in particular. I'm really into animated movies, animated TV shows. Like that's just something that has always interested me. Video games as well. I'm really interested in animation, but I'm so like I don't want to say that I'm not good at visual art, but I will say that I am unpracticed in visual art. And so I don't know, like I really part of me wants to like get into animation, but there's also the part of me that says you're a writer, stick to writing, which I am going to stick to writing because I do think I'm a good writer, but I don't know. Part of me wants to break out and try something new.
Somebody joined the Discord.
Yes.
Just in case you what?
What you looking at?
2 bedrooms, 1 bath for $450 a month.
Didn't we look at that one when we were?
Did we? That one?
I think so.
This is a.
I know there was one that was within that price range, and we didn't like it because it didn't have AC, and that's necessary.
Oh yeah, it doesn't have AC. Never mind.
Oh, that's really cool. Yeah, no. Our co-host Natalie is a really good singer, specifically in the inner world. Like sometimes I'll just hear her singing, and it's just absolutely gorgeous. But our body cannot. Our body is not compatible with her range, and so it's really frustrating when she's fronting. Well, it's frustrating for her when she's fronting, just because she can't hit the notes that she wants to be able to hit. Like she has like fucking whistle tones. Like she's a soprano one. Like she's really, really talented, and when she fronts, she gets my baritone voice. Well, our baritone. No, she specifically told me that this voice is my voice and not her voice, so I can say that. But from what I understand, from what I remember, she still sounds really, really good. But it's not quite her voice, and I get that.
I will return.
I'm not sure if our system has any fictives. We have a couple of fictives. Andy's a fictive.
I don't think
Vanille is a fictive. Edge might be a fictive. We're not sure. But as far as I know, we don't have any factives. So that's really cool. Have fun going back to the internet. Oh, that's neat. We are not a Thank you. We're not a fictive, or we're not an introject heavy system. In our system of, I think, at last count 32, we have 3 introjects, and they're all fictives. Now, it's obviously entirely possible that some of our alters have sources that we just don't know. Like, Edge is debatable. He might be a fictive, we're not sure. But, yeah. Okay, so I'm curious. Would anyone be interested in hearing so I don't know how many of you in the live right now were also here for the previous live that I did, but in that live that was almost entirely a poetry reading, and I was just wondering if anyone in here would be curious to hear some of my latest. You can totally say no. That is totally valid. If poetry's not your thing, that's totally okay. But like every time I go silent, it's me mostly thinking, should I read poetry? Should I read poetry? Should I read poetry? And so getting a definitive answer would be Super dope. I keep looking over at where the oh, nice. Cool. Yeah, in my head, I consider us to be a system of average size, primarily because I'm familiar with systems who have super huge numbers in their system. Like, I especially think of, if you are familiar with DID tubers, Acrylic and Ether both have a ton of alters in their system. I think they're both technically polyfragmented. I know Ether is polyfragmented. I'm not sure if Acrylic is. But anyway, I know super. I think I read somewhere that the average. So like, I don't know if it's mean or median, but like one of the average numbers for alters in the system is like 13. So technically, I'd be a big system, but we'd be a big system. I'm still really getting used to using plural language and just really integrating the fact that we are plural into my vocabulary. That's still something that I'm struggling with, whereas the other alters in the system then have to struggle. Oh, nice! Let me know when. I will subscribe. But yeah, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, so when other alters are fronting, they often have to. Well, they often feel like they have to pretend to be a singlet, which is really unfortunate because, like, I want to be more open about it, but I can also, ooh, good name. Just like comment on like a community post, and I'll comment the link on the community post when you create it, and I'll totally hop on over and subscribe. Because I know if you're starting it this summer, I will not remember that name. But I welcome it. I definitely want to support the DID tubers. I also want to talk more about our own OSDD on the channel, but I know that most of the people who are subscribed to this channel have subscribed to the LGBT content, so I want to make sure to create that content while also, yeah, same at school. Yeah, no, we don't switch very often, not nearly as often as I personally would like, but I suppose as often as we need to. And one of the littles, well, she might technically be a middle. I'm pretty sure she's 12, but one of the littles in our system was fronting, and she wanted to help out with some of the work that we're doing for grad school. And she's really smart. She's really precocious. Being an OSDD system, we share most memories, so not terribly. She's more than capable of helping out, and so she was writing some answers. It was a thing with 15 questions about us, and she started typing, and naturally she was just like, yeah, no, this is how we feel, this is how we identify, this is how we engage with the world. And then she had to remember that she had to pretend to be a singlet. And yeah, I don't like that we have to pretend to be a singlet. That's not all right. Also, Gerard, you said same. Is that in regards to considering yourself an average-sized system or in regards to hearing poetry? That makes sense. It was interesting. Earlier today, we were in a call with some of our friends from div school, and I was dissociated as hell. Like, I was so fucking dissociated. Like, I could not focus or anything. And it kind of felt like a switch was about to happen, but it just, like, wouldn't happen. And so I had these chakras. I know a sensation can be grounding. And so I ate some of them, and the sour really brought me back to the present moment, present space, present reality, etc. And so on the one hand, it was great that I now know that I have a tool that can help me ground and refocus and whatnot. But it was also kind of frustrating because I'm like, did I just ruin the opportunity for someone to switch out and finally meet my friends? Because that's one thing that a lot of us collectively want, is that we want to, like, we want for the non-fronters to meet more people. I don't know. Right now, pretty much all of the alters in our system, apart from me, are limited to interactions with Emily, my sister, and one of my best friends. And so a lot of them want to interact with more people, and I share that desire. But I don't know. I also realize that this might be a really weird conversation for the singlets in this live, so please feel free to ask questions if what I'm saying doesn't make sense, because I'm sorry. Hey Em, are you coming back? Cool. Same but people. What do you mean? I forgot what I was saying, I'm sorry. But I wouldn't necessarily say that they're shy. I honestly think the main problem is that, like, for whatever reason, I have a really, I'll say, I don't know. The only word that comes to mind is overbearing, where subconsciously I'll either come to the front or hold on to the front in situations where there's uncertainty. And so, like, a prime example is I was talking earlier about one of our littles, Amelia, who was helping out with an assignment that we were working on. And for whatever reason, because I guess subconsciously I consider myself to be the alter who's supposed to be working on div school work, I ended up inevitably coming to the front because the schoolwork triggered me out. And I don't know, like, it's the weirdest thing. Like, in order for other alters to front, it's so often kind of forced in a way, with their consent, of course. But like, typically speaking, in order to initiate a successful switch, we have to utilize triggers, just because we don't switch naturally all that often on our own, which is weird. I don't know why that's the case. It's probably something to work out in therapy, whatever. But some of us have trigger songs that will help us come to the front, but I don't really have trigger songs. I'm just triggered by a lot of really mundane, mundane things in the world, I guess. I don't know. I don't know if I'm making literally any sense. So, simple answer, the other altars aren't shy, but for whatever reason, our switching is wonky, and I end up holding on to front even when I don't want to, even when they don't want to. And I don't know why. Yeah, music is our main trigger as well. A lot of us have specific trigger songs that bring us out to the front. Oh my. If you're confused, please feel free to ask questions. This is an educational channel, and I've literally only made one video on OSDD, so if your exposure to DID and OSDD is limited to this channel, it makes sense that you're confused, and I'm sorry, and I'm happy to answer questions. Hello, Miss Bun. Estelle has come to visit us. But, yeah. One of the videos that we have planned, so one of the videos that we have planned is some altar introduction videos, and then after that, I'm not sure how many, like, specifically DID OSD related videos we want to make. It's more a matter of a lot of altars in the system want to make videos and they want to be a part of the channel. Some already are. Like it is not uncommon for other altars to like comment on videos and just like have to pretend to be me, unfortunately, which sucks because I wish they could just be themselves. But like we also don't want to like confuse people. I don't know. You might have noticed that in the community posts, other altars have signed messages because they wrote them. Discord?
They do the Discord.
Yeah.
They sign in Discord.
Yeah. You know, in our Discord server, all of our altars are... What are you doing, Miss Bun? Can you please stop eating the carpet? No! Estelle! Stop it! So I think the important thing, I totally understand, like, struggling to imagine what it would be like to have altars. But in terms of wanting one to do your work for you, I think it's important to remember that being a system is really about learning how to work together and work through different things and how to working through different obstacles and whatnot. So like it's not nearly as simple as, well, I don't want to do this, so hopefully someone else can. Like, I don't know if that makes sense. I totally understand why that would be, you know, your first thought, because like I think we've all been in situations where we wish that someone else could do stuff for us, but like in terms of building healthy relationships with your altars, that's not quite how it works. Also, for the record, in terms of div school stuff, I end up doing most of the work, but sometimes the other altars help out, which one of the main reasons why a lot of the altars in our system probably don't love helping out is because I very selfishly made the decision to go to divinity school by myself. Like, I didn't consult with the other. I just said, this is something I want to do, so we're doing it. And so I kind of get the vibe that a lot of the other alters in our system are like, well, you decided that you wanted to do this, so go for it. You didn't consult us, so why are you consulting us for help? Which I think that some alters are gradually. No. I think that some sorry. Emily is making me laugh off camera. But I think I think a lot of, so I know Natalie, our co-host, came around at one point and was like, hey, so Natalie's not religious at all. Like, she has Natalie has a rather adversarial relationship with religion. I don't even know if that's necessarily true, but she doesn't care for it. Like, she's not a religious person. That's not her jam. And so to ask her for help in my, religion courses, it makes sense that she would be opposed because that's not her thing. But there was one time last semester when there's this one assignment that had very little to do with religion. And she said, you know what, I can help out with this because this doesn't, really conflict with what I believe. It's literally just about us. And then Amelia, I'm not sure what her religious affiliation is, but she was just really excited to help out. And I really, 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 really appreciated that, just because I really appreciate her. But that it took, several months of being in divinity school for some of the ultras in our system, besides me, to say, hey, I can help out. I can do this. You don't have to do this on your own. My system is part of so many religions. A lot. That's totally not uncommon for systems to, believe differently and think differently and orient around religion differently. Yay. You can sit right here. So, that sounds totally. That sounds totally normal, in my opinion. In our system, I'm pagan. I know that there are some other pagans in the system. I think there's a Christian or two. Definitely a couple of non-religious people. So, I don't know. You got it. I'm more or less shut out from the inner world, so I don't really get the opportunity to know the other alters in the way that I'd like to, like as if I were, talking to a person in the outer world. But hopefully one day. Hopefully. Yeah, they are nice, most of them. And even the ones who aren't nice are mostly just sarcastic. Oh my. So the inner world is basically it's a space that is created among systems. It's literally, why are we all eating hay today? What is with us? So, most systems, I won't say all systems, because I don't think it's a universal thing, but most systems have an inner world, which is essentially the place where all of the alters reside when they're not fronting. And so typically speaking, if an altar is not fronting, they're in the inner world or possibly dormant. But the inner world is basically a place that the brain creates for altars to exist within. And a lot of systems report that the inner world is very much like the real world, where they can taste things, feel things, touch things, smell things. It's entirely real while existing within the headspace. That's not personally my experience, just because I don't have full access to the inner world. So, yeah. So when I access the inner world, which isn't very particularly common, but when I visit the inner world, it's more like if you've ever done one of those guided meditations where they're like, you are walking through a forest and you come across a stream. It is flowing gently to the east where the sun is rising, or what have you. Like, if you've ever done one of those things, it feels kind of like that to me, where it's like I can see it, but I'm not like there, like in the sense that I'm out here in the real world. No, not real world, but outer world. Yeah, pretty much right there now. Yeah, there aren't very many straight folks in our system either. Like, I often find myself assuming, well, I think this altar might be straight, and then they turn out not to be, or what have you. So, our system is very, very queer, very, very LGBTQ plus. Okay, so you should paint what the inner world looks like. I am not a great visual artist. And so I struggle. I worry that I won't do it justice. And also, like, I feel like it constantly changes, especially the house. There's a gigantic house. I won't call it a mansion because that kind of gives the vibe. Ooh. That kind of gives the vibe. I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, no, calling it a mansion makes it feel like it's like super bougie and super posh and whatnot, and like I don't really get that vibe from our house. It's just a big ass house. And literally I don't understand how it works from an architectural standpoint, because I swear that house is like the TARDIS. Like, it's bigger on the inside, and you go down these hallways that go on forever, but you look at it from the outside, it's like not that way, and it's just really confusing. It's really, I don't actually know how the architecture of that house works. And then, like, I discovered that the house isn't the only part of our inner world. There's also a city, which apparently I'm not allowed to go to, which makes sense because the one time I went, I got attacked, and Natalie had to come rescue me, which I was really appreciative of. But, yeah, no, there's a lot going on. Then apparently there's also this place that looks like a mall, which confuses me, because, like, I would think that the mall would be part of the city, but there's one altar whose name I don't know, and she was talking about how the mall was separate from the city, and apparently the mall is just like its own thing. And then one of her altars, Judith, seems to have her own castle, and like it's really, really fucking vast, and I really don't understand it. And I'm technically not allowed to like go places, but like it's fucking weird. I don't even know. Also, for any newcomers to the chat, I really apologize. I don't swear. I try not to swear in videos, but in lives, I can't promise that I won't, just because it's not edited. It's not scripted. If something happens in the inner world, can you feel it in the body? Not necessarily, just because how do I explain this?
It's like being on the other side.
So, like, it's not uncommon for me to know that something is going on in the inner world, but if it's not happening to me, I'm likely not going to feel it in the body. But if I were in the inner world and something happened, then I would feel it in my body in the inner world, but not in the outer world, because whoever was fronting at the time wouldn't feel it, if that makes sense. I don't know if I explained that well at all. Yeah. I don't know. Like, a prime example is, like, there are times when I know that stuff is going on in the inner world. Like, there was one day when I was laying in bed, eyes closed, lights out, TV off, etc., trying to go to sleep, and I just heard these random words getting shouted out. And I'm like, what's going on? This is weird. And as it turned out, I found out later that they were playing a game of charades. Hence why they were calling out random words. And so, in that regard, I am sometimes aware of what's going on in the inner world. But, like, if someone falls and scrapes their knee, my knee isn't going to hurt. Like, it doesn't quite work that way. Would be cool if you wrote about all the details. Ask Natalie. Okay, so Natalie literally has given me special access because there are parts of the city that she's like, okay, well, you can't go to the city by yourself, but we won't tell Alyssa, and well, he either didn't tell Alyssa or she got permission from Alyssa. Both are equally likely. I'm not sure which was the actual case, but we ended up going to the city, and we hopped on the train, and we took it to another part of the city that she wanted to show me. And so, in that regard, I did get special access, which was nice, but, like, I still, even so, when I was in the inner world, it was still, like I said earlier, where it's like, you're in, where it, I was in it, but it felt more like I was watching it happen to me while also being in it at the same time, if that makes sense. I don't know. But Natalie really wants for me to be able to come into the inner world, but Alyssa, Alyssa seems, well, Alyssa's our gatekeeper, and I half jokingly call her the boss lady, because let's be honest, that's exactly what she is. And so, typically speaking, if Alyssa says that something's unsafe, it is unsafe, and I shouldn't want it or try it or anything of that nature, but that doesn't stop me from being a petulant child and wanting it anyway. Oh, nice. I'm not aware if any of the alters in our system are in relationships with one another. I'd be really curious to find out. But I'm not sure. I think it's neat that they have, like, spouses and kids and whatnot, though. Does that mean someone scraped their knee in the inner world? No. As far as I know. As far as I know, that's not quite how it works. But then again, I do have all sorts of random pains that have no explanation. So, like, anything is possible. But, like, my official answer is that as far as I know, something that's happening in the inner world does not translate to phantom pains outside. As far as I know. But I could be wrong. Like, I was literally just diagnosed in May. And so I'm still learning a lot. And so, I don't know. I feel like it's not been studied enough for me to give a definitive answer, but as far as I know, the answer is no. Yeah. If you want to. I don't think so. Yeah. I should definitely watch this video back and get some ideas for more formal videos, but I don't know. Pardon me?
Discord questions.
Discord questions, yes. But yeah, going back to the comment about the 3-story house. So it's somewhat of a relief to know that your house is like the TARDIS too, because my house, the house in our inner world does not make sense. It literally does. Like, the main thing that bothers me is that, like, okay, so for whatever reason, the closest thing I can compare it to is like if you play Fortnite, it looks like some of the houses in Fortnite where they have like multiple levels and whatnot. But like it's not like a super bougie house. It's just an unnaturally big house. But the second floor hallway goes on forever. Well, the first floor hallway does too. Despite the fact from the outside it seems to be like a normal size house, not in terms of height, but in terms of dimension. But some of the hallways just go on forever. And then like at the end of the second floor hallway, there's like a movie theater. And I'm like, how does this make sense? Like, this is not the way that architecture works. And then on the fourth floor, which is where my room is, if you walk past my room and hang a left, there's a library, which if it were an actual building would literally just be like a thing hanging off, but like it extends out. It doesn't make sense. Like, it does not make sense at all. Our inner world confuses me. I feel like it might confuse me less if a list gave me access, but oh, I can only imagine how many hidden rooms there are. I can only imagine. Where did my phone go? Oh, here you go. What's that? All right. Any other thoughts, questions? I'm not sure. I'm not sure what comes next. I could continue streaming, but I also want to like talk about things and answer questions. I could do poems, but like there's no need for it if y'all aren't interested. Yeah. How many of y'all were in the first? Same for us with the hallway there. Oh, sleep well. Same for us with the hallway there. Interesting. You know, I actually don't know where the kitchen is in our house, which I feel like there has to be one. But I don't know where it is. There's a little place in on the first floor that looks kind of like a concession stand, but that's not a kitchen. And there are a good number of alters who live in the house. I don't know where the fucking kitchen is. That's so weird. That's so weird. Alright, anyway. Altars do look different. Well, I should say can look different, but for the most part, they do look different. Yeah. Altars can be different genders, different sexualities, different heights, weights. Different altars can also look like different races, but I think in that regard, it's important to remember that being a race in the inner world is not the same as being that race in the outer world. Like, it's not like, for example, let's just say you have an alter of one race, well, who appears to be one race. Just having that alter who is that race does not mean that the body that is of a different race can participate in, like, say, things that are part of a closed culture, if that makes sense. So, like, if the body is white, but they have an alter that is black, that alter can't claim that they don't have white privilege because they still exist inside of a white body. Likewise, our system, despite the fact that the body is very clearly black, we have quite a few white alters. And I can't remember what I was doing, but I heard someone say from the back, just jokingly, because I was thinking about this in general, and they made a comment that was something to the effect of, I'm a white alter in a black body, which means I have all of the hubris of a white person, but none of the privileges, or something like that. Like, just like, it was a joke, but like, just because an alter is white doesn't mean that they don't experience, some of the shit that black people have to go through because they exist within this black body. Yeah. Also, if I'm not making sense, please feel free to rephrase the question or ask again, just because, I don't know. I have done quite a bit of, I won't say quite a bit of research, but I've done some research on, DID and OSDD related issues, and, but I'm still new at talking about these things, just because I've only been officially diagnosed for a couple of months, and I'm still getting used to this new facet of my reality, our shared reality. So, ooh. I honestly don't know what subcultures my alters belong to. I'm not sure what subculture I belong to. Subcultures in general confuse me. I don't know. I think that's super neat, though. I cannot get the smell of those jelly beans out of my nose. Do you smell them?
Mm-mm.
I smell some of the jelly beans, and I'm just like, so grossed out. So what I mean by subcultures is like, goth, scene, emo, hippie, prep, etc. And I'm not sure where any of us fit. Yeah, literally, I've always struggled to know where I fit in terms of subcultures, just because I had friends from different so the school I went to, we didn't really have a strong sense of subcultures. So it wasn't the typical high school. It's not the stereotypical high school where it's like, the preps hang out over here and the jocks hang out over here, etc. Bless you. So like it wasn't that. And so bless you. I don't really know where I fit in. Because, like, I played sports, but I wasn't a jock. I listened to all sorts of different types of music, so I can't even say, oh, well, I was, punk or this or that or, whatever, because I listened to all sorts of different types of music. I typically just dress for comfort, and so I didn't really have a set style. For a while, I like wore skinny jeans from Hot Topic, and I thought that made me cool. I don't even fucking know. Nice. Yeah, no. Now you got me thinking. I literally don't know what I am. Ah. Oh yeah, classical's dope. I like classical music. Typically speaking, I listen to a good deal of J-pop, a good deal of K-pop. I also really like I like symphonic rock. So like, I don't know if you've ever heard of the band Cryptoria. They're a German band, if I'm not mistaken, but I like some of their stuff. It's basically rock with like violins and other orchestral elements, which I think is super neat. Hold on. Let's just let Spotify answer this question that literally no one asked. Load, come on. You got this. Come on. I've never listened to steampunk music, and I do not know the band Abney Park. So I'm curious. Alright, so I'm looking at my top artists. So, let's see. The first is Alan Walker, who is a Norwegian DJ. You've probably heard at least one of his songs. Like, his song Faded was super popular with, like, I think it has, like, 2.5 billion views now. So, you've probably heard that song. Next is Billie Eilish, who is obviously pop, but kind of like darker pop. So, like, that's, I don't know. Then Blackpink is K-pop. Chainsmokers are, oh, what are the Chainsmokers considered? Pop, EDM? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
Queen Bandit, alt pop, okay. Queen Bandit, which kind of has like that, like, I wouldn't call them EDM, like they're not like hard EDM, but like, nice. That's another weird thing of mine, like, a lot of artists, like, I'll like 3 songs of theirs and that's it. And so, it's weird calling myself a fan of theirs, because, like, I should like more of their music, but, like, I don't know. So, like, Alan Walker, I've got 9 songs in my library. Billie Eilish, I've got 8 of hers. Blackpink 4 songs, Chainsmokers 3 songs, etc. Ellie Goulding, Garnadelia. Garnadelia is J-pop. Halsey, I only have 1 song of hers right now, which is a real crying shame because I fucking love Halsey. Millennium. KDA, they are a fictional K-pop band that I simp for hardcore. Kali is my bias. Holy shit. Kalafina is J-pop. Carolee is Estonian pop. Etc. etc. A lot of J-pop. Yeah. So, y'all are probably gonna hate me for saying this, but I think I only know 1 My Chemical Romance song. There it is. There's the look. And also, I'm going to look up the song that I know to make sure that it is in fact My Chemical Romance, because I'm going to be super fucking embarrassed if I got that wrong too. Yes, it is a song by My Chemical Romance, thank God. Okay, fine. I won't say it's Welcome to the Black Parade. I will not say it then. Yes, I know most people know that song. And I am most people. Planetary God. I wish I could listen to new songs on live and give you my live reaction without YouTube throwing a hissy fit.
Discord.
You're telling me you don't smell the jelly beans? Oh my god.
Mm.
It's like hitting me like every other second, and I'm just like, ugh. Oh my. Whew. I might go ahead and wrap up this live because I am running out of things. My favorite is famous mode. Nice. You know, I wish I went through more albums more, because like I feel like that's like the typical thing that you're supposed to do is if an artist comes out with if an artist you like comes out with a new album or a new single or whatever, you listen to it and then you pick out the songs you like from it and go from there. And I am just not that way. Like I can probably count on my fingers the number of full albums okay. So after I got out of my Christian music phase, I can count on like one hand the number of full albums I've listened to. I've listened to the entirety of Utopia by Carolee because I absolutely love Carolee. What other albums have I listened to? And also, for the record, Utopia was only 6 songs, so it was really quick to listen to. David Bowie is neat. I really admire his aesthetic. But yeah. I think now seems like a good time to wrap things up. I've been at it for about 2.5 hours, so thank you all so much for coming, for chatting. I had a blast, honestly. I absolutely, I'm really thankful that so many people came out and chatted it up and whatnot. So yeah, I feel like I shouldn't end the live because there's still conversations happening in the live chat. But I think I'm gonna. So thank you all, and have a great night or day, whatever time it is where you are. Morning, yeah. All right, bye.